Live from New Delhi, watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world with me, Deepika, coming up in the next 30 minutes. In a bid to benefit farmers, Prime Minister Narendra Modi set to launch National Makhana Board today, along with other development projects in Bihar. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman launches Niti Ayog's tech report, AI for Viksit Bharat, says AI is capable of giving solutions, but it should be used in a controlled manner. US will encourage Qatar to continue to play a constructive role on Gaza, says US Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, along with the Minister for Railways, Information and Broadcasting Ashwini Vaishnaw, launched the AI for Viksit Bharat, opportunity for accelerated economic growth, and the Frontier Tech Repository by Niti Ayog in New Delhi. The roadmap presents a comprehensive action plan for India to harness the transformative potential of artificial intelligence and convert it into additional economic value by 2035. Addressing the gathering, the minister said AI is capable of giving solutions for better urban centers and agriculture, but it should be used in a controlled manner. Take a listen.
AI should help us give solutions for better city urban areas which exist and for newer urban centers that we may plan. I think we need to have a greater understanding that AI probably is capable of giving us in situ solutions without having to remove people from where they are, but keep them there, but give them the solutions which has been waiting for decades.
Addressing the event, Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw said that artificial intelligence is going to fundamentally change every aspect of life, stressing on the importance for India to be among the frontrunners in developing and adopting AI technologies.
Telecom technology, semiconductors, electric vehicles, biotech, some of the most complex engines, quantum, rare earth, and a few more. These are technologies which we will have to master, we'll have to adopt, we'll have to develop talent pipeline, and we will have to make sure that we remain in the frontier. And over a period of last few decades, the biggest change which has happened and the biggest factor which has joined this constellation of technologies is AI. AI is also going to fundamentally change the way we work, the way we live.
Union Minister Piyush Goyal inaugurated the 89th General Meeting of International Electrochemical Commission at Bharat Mandapam, Electrotechnical Commission at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi on Monday. The exhibition, featuring 75 exhibitors, showcases innovations in electric mobility, smart lighting, electronics, and more in the exhibition that will be open to the public from 16th till the 19th of September. Speaking at the event, the minister spoke about sustainability and India's growing role in world's sustainable development and the growth of quality culture in the nation.
What you have taken up as a theme today, fostering a sustainable world, is very appropriate. It's the need of the hour. Because India itself is very focused on sustainability as the pillar of growth in our country. We are working on mission mode to build an entire quality culture in the nation. Of course, there are some vested interests who will try to come against our effort to build this quality culture. But I'm happy to share with all of you that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is somebody very, very committed both to quality and to sustainability.
Atal Innovation Mission under Niti Aayog has marked its name into the prestigious Asia Book of Records and India Book of Records for the maximum number of students participating in tinkering activity in a day. On the 12th of August 2025, a staggering 4,73,350 students from 9,467 schools across the country came together to design and build their own DIY vacuum cleaners. The record was officially confirmed on 30th of August this year by Asia Book of Records and India Book of Records. Atal Innovation Mission received the prestigious award at a function held in New Delhi today.
12 अगस्त को 10 और 11 बजे के बीच में जो हुआ था उसमें 4,73,000 बच्चे यंग इनोवेटर्स इकट्ठे आए उस एक घंटे के लिए और स्वच्छ भारत के लिए उन्होंने एक सल्यूशन निकाला। वो एक वैक्यूम क्लीनर बनाना था और सबसे अच्छी बात ये थी कि हर गांव, हर शहर, हर डिस्ट्रिक्ट से नॉर्थ, साउथ, ईस्ट, वेस्ट हर जगह से इसमें हमारे पास यंग टिंकरिंग, यंग माइंड्स, यंग स्टूडेंट्स इकट्ठे थे जिन्होंने ये सोल्यूशन बनाने और इकट्ठे बनाया। दिस मूवमेंट was actually the movement to see how each and every individual and youth of India has the power to work together to deliver the Prime Minister's vision of a Viksit Bharat.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the 16th Combined Commanders Conference in Kolkata on Monday. The theme of the conference is Year of Reforms, Transformation for the Future, in line with the ongoing modernization and transformation of the armed forces. Prime Minister complimented the armed forces for the success of Operation Sindoor. He also lauded Indian Army's integral role in nation building, anti-piracy, safe return of Indian citizens from the conflict zones. Prime Minister also reviewed reforms implemented in the last 2 years and the plan for the next 2 years. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday unveiled a mega development push for Bihar, launching and laying the foundation stone of projects worth nearly 36,000 crore rupees in Purnia. The highlights include the 25,000 crore rupees Pirapanti thermal power plant in Bhagalpur, which is the state's largest private sector investment, and the 2,680 crore rupees Kosi Mechi River linking project. The Prime Minister also launched the National Makhana Board, boosting Bihar's dominance in makhana production, and distributed 500 crore rupees in community investment funds under DAY NRLM. Reinforcing his commitment to rail connectivity, he inaugurated several railway projects and flagged off 4 trains. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also joined housewarming ceremonies under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, handing over keys to rural and urban beneficiaries. Earlier in the day, Prime Minister Modi inaugurated the interim terminal building at new civil enclave of Purnia Airport. A 5-day international workshop on data needs for planning sustainable development was inaugurated in Greater Noida on Monday. Delegates from 20 countries are taking part in the event, organized by National Statistics Systems Training Academy, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation under the Government of India, in collaboration with the International Statistical Education Centre, Indian Statistical Institute and the Indian Technical and Economic Cooperation Program of the Ministry of External Affairs. The workshop will witness detailed discussions on focus on planning for sustainable development, health, demography, employment, education, gender equality, among others.
The new oil, because information is needed, and that is not the raw information. That should be insightful information, timely information, quality information.
For any kind of analysis and understanding of what's going on, and without data, we would be shooting in the dark.
India is observing the Engineers' Day today, marking the birth anniversary of renowned and greatest engineer Bharat Ratna, Sir Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya. Sir Visvesvaraya is largely regarded as the creator of contemporary Indian engineering methods. He made groundbreaking contributions to the field of civil engineering, including the design and implementation of significant infrastructure projects that influenced modern engineering practices and national development in India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi extended his greetings on Engineers' Day. Sharing on X, he wrote, and I quote him here, "Today on Engineers' Day, I pay homage to Sir M. Visvesvaraya, whose brilliance left an indelible mark on India's engineering landscape. I extend warm greetings to all the engineers who, through their creativity and determination, continue to drive innovation and tackle tough challenges across sectors. Our engineers will continue playing a crucial role in the collective efforts to build a Viksit Bharat." Unquote. Dr. K. Muthukrishnan, a professor of economics from Trichy in Tamil Nadu, hails the reduction of GST into 2 slabs, considerably reducing the tax, saying the move will propel the economy from the 4th position to even higher.
So every people are very happy because the biggest company to the lowest company, they are very happy to buying and selling, grow the development of our country. So very happy. We thank to our Pradhan.
Miran Abdul Wahab, a government advisor, welcomes the GST cuts on consumer goods, highlighting their role in easing the middle-class burden and improving the lifestyle.
I really appreciate the initiative which was taken by the Government of India under Narendra Modi ji. Like the GST for the consumer goods, most of the consumer goods have been reduced to 5%, and certain other goods have been slashed down to 0%, which will elevate the lifestyle and the medium class consumer producers, as well as the people who are fighting for the basic needs.
Time to take a short break, but still to come on the other side. Kremlin says expropriation of frozen Russian assets by European states would harm the Western financial system. Welcome back. After that short break, you're watching DD India Live. Well, US Secretary of State Marco Rubio met Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Jerusalem on Monday as part of a 3-day visit to Israel. Now, the meeting takes place as Israel is continuing its campaign against Hamas in the Gaza Strip and prepares to advance on the Gaza city. The visit also comes against the backdrop of Israel's recent efforts to target the Hamas leaders in Qatar. Addressing a joint presser along with Israeli Prime Minister, Rubio vowed that Washington would provide unwavering support to Israel in achieving its goals in Gaza as he called for the eradication of Hamas. Take a listen.
Gaza deserves a better future, but that better future cannot begin until Hamas is eliminated. That better future and that kind of peace is not even possible until the hostages are released, all of them, every single one. And so that's what we continue to be focused on. That's what the President wants to see happen. And that's what you can count on our unwavering support and commitment to see come to fruition. As far as the President's been clear on the ongoing issues in Gaza, and that is that every single hostage, both living and deceased, needs to be home immediately.
Rubio also promised Israel to maintain maximum pressure on Iran to prevent it from developing a nuclear weapon following a June military campaign.
That's why the President continues with our campaign of maximum pressure. There will continue to be maximum economic pressure on Iran until they change course. That's why we are encouraged to see our partners in Europe begin the process of snapping back sanctions on Iran. They are clearly out of compliance with what was already a flawed deal to begin with. And we encourage them to continue down that road. We 100% support that. That is exactly what needs to happen.
Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that he wishes to extend personal gratitude to US President Donald Trump and said that the American-Israeli alliance has never been stronger than it is now. He said that Trump is the greatest friend Israel has ever had in the White House and that this friendship will be forever cherished.
Never been as strong as it is now. And the president has been an outstanding global leader. He's really transforming the world to better all of us. And I can again repeat what I've said time and time again. He's the greatest friend that Israel has ever had in the White House.
Netanyahu also said that the visit by US Secretary of State Marco Rubio was a clear message the United States stood with Israel.
Your presence here in Israel today is a clear message that America stands with Israel. You stand with us in the face of terror, in the face of the incredible, I would almost say, Middle Ages lies that are directed against us, the rising anti-Semitism in the world, and the really the weak governments that are putting pressures on us because they collapse under the pressure of Islamist minorities and incredible vilification.
And for more on this, I'm joined by DDA correspondent Jessica Taneja. Jessica, in an important statement, Netanyahu did not rule out further strikes on Hamas leaders during his address at a joint press statement. What more are you tracking on the recent presser, Jessica?
Well, Deepika, you heard from Secretary of State Mark Rubio. He's on a 3-day visit, and if reports are to be believed, he will be in Qatar soon. So, given the current situation that he surrounds himself with, it's a quick reminder of what the Americans plan to achieve in this entire situation. Be it, the Oslo Accords, which has almost been now through more than 3 decades, where Bill Clinton with Yasser Arafat and the Palestinian and the Israeli Prime Minister was at that important historic event, and or if you see Donald Trump, the President of the United States in this previous term, trying to bring in the Abraham Accords, nothing so far in terms of diplomacy has worked to ease tensions. And the reason that Marco Rubio right now is in Israel meeting with Benjamin Netanyahu and giving him the kind of support that America has always provided to Israel certainly has come to be questioned by many other nations. At the same time, when you have the Arab and other Muslim nations meeting in Doha. So, of course, from this entire press, it does seem to indicate that America would continue to support Israel. But how effective will the diplomacy be moving forward, given the kind of tensions that we're witnessing, while the Israelis continue their operation in Gaza? Reports of 17 people killed in that particular duration was also reported, and more reports coming in. So, the whole purpose of Marco Rubio's visit to Israel right now would be to find common ground, to see what Israel's plans are, because the bombing or the attack that was carried out by Israel on the 9th of September to eliminate Hamas officials and the leader certainly seem to have indicated that Israel won't stop at anything, but who's going to stop Israel?
And in a diplomatic statement, Rubio also said that they will continue to encourage Qatar to play a constructive role on Gaza. How do you see this statement coming in at a time when currently at this point of time leaders are gathering for the emergency Arab Islamic Summit? Jessica.
That's correct. As you pointed out, the leaders will gather soon in about a few minutes from now as you and I speak and take stock of the entire situation. This is an important meeting as well taking place in Doha. We've seen leaders from across the world specifically of Muslim nations arrive there and to deliberate upon what next action could be taken. Now, if analysts are to be believed, there's not going to be a military response, obviously, to what has taken place in the last few days in Doha. But then definitely there'll be a widespread condemnation of what Israel has done in Doha, given that Doha has hosted all kinds of mediation efforts, so to say, in the past, especially with Hamas, that has had a political office in Doha since 2003, and that has been a problem for Israel, although it feels that there could be a diplomatic outreach in a certain sense. But the attack on 9th of September in Doha certainly has shaken a lot of moments there. If you see, the Al Udeid Air Base is also there, which houses nearly 10,000 troops. The US Air Force, the British Royal Air Force, along with the Qatar Air Force. So it's important and strategically, significant for not just Qatar but also the Americans. At the same time, Qatar braces for this possibility of what could happen next, and to what extent will Israel go to eradicate Hamas and its top leadership.
All right, thank you, Jessica, for joining us and getting us the latest on this. Now, the Kremlin said on Monday that expropriation of frozen Russian assets by European states would harm the Western financial systems. Earlier, Russia warned it would go after any European state that sought to take its assets. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov further added that NATO was fighting against Russia by providing direct and indirect support to Ukraine.
Beside the fact that it will significantly undermine credibility of the Western financial system, it will also be subject to legal action by Russia, which will be defending its property right in the legal field. NATO is de facto involved in this war. NATO is providing direct and indirect support to the Kyiv regime.
Nepal's newly elected Prime Minister Sushila Karki expands her cabinet by appointing 3 new ministers on Monday. Prime Minister Karki appointed Kulman Khising as the Minister for Energy, Water Resources and Irrigation, Om Prakash Aryal as the Minister for Home and Law, and Rameshwar Khanal as the Minister for Finance. The newly appointed ministers were sworn into their office on Monday. These ministers have formerly held powerful positions and are credited for formidable work during their tenures. Meanwhile, senior advocate Sabita Bhandari has been appointed as the new Attorney General, first woman to be appointed to this particular position. Moving on now, let's get you all the latest action from the world of sports. To begin with cricket, India defeated Pakistan with a commanding 7-wicket victory over arch rivals Pakistan in Dubai. Abhishek Sharma, Suryakumar Yadav and India spinners were the stars of the night, taking the defending champions a step closer to Super 4. Chasing 128, Abhishek Sharma launched a blistering attack on Shaheen Afridi, smashing 31 off just 13 balls. Captain Suryakumar and Tilak Verma then ensured India crossed the line with 25 balls to spare. And the hosts, United Arab Emirates, take on Oman in a crucial Pool A match of the Asia Cup on Monday. They arrive at this encounter licking wounds, having received brutal beating at the hands of India and Pakistan. Now, the last 5 meetings between these sides have been fairly and evenly matched, with the UAE winning 3 times and Oman twice. In the second match of the day, Sri Lanka will look forward to build on their perfect start in Asia Cup as they face a struggling Hong Kong in Dubai. Sri Lanka, who won the Asia Cup the last time it was held in the T20 format, ticked all the boxes in their opening encounter. They meet Hong Kong, who lost 2 games in a row, with its batters having a tough time against the more accomplished opponents. Moving on. On the 15th of September in the year 1959, Indians got their very own public service broadcaster as it started beaming black and white programming for a limited duration each day. Today, DD has become a trusted name in every household. Here's a report.
Doordarshan, the public service broadcaster and first TV network of India, has completed 66 years of its service today. It is now available in HD formats, not just terrestrial but satellite also, and also on streaming websites and social media platforms. It boasts of 35 regional and other specialized channels across its network. Apart from broadcasting parliamentary proceedings, sports tournaments, hockey, cricket and football matches, Khelo India Games and Olympics, landmark events are also covered live, be it the launch of satellites, disasters, wars, government functions and local and general elections. This apart from the TV serials and game shows and song and dance programs which entertain and educate too. Bureau Report, DD India.
Update where India defeated Pakistan in an extremely interesting fashion. I'm joined by DD India correspondent Abhishek Mahajan straight from Dubai. Abhishek, Team India completely baffled Pakistan in the super clash. Tell us what did not work for Team Pakistan yesterday in this very crucial encounter, which has also strengthened India's chances into the Super 4 of the ongoing Asia Cup. Abhishek.
Oh yes, absolutely, Deepika. There was literally no match between India and Pakistan, and the results showed, and the performance of India showed the gulf between both India and Pakistan. India excelling in all three departments, be it batting, be it bowling, be it fielding also, and it was very surprising the way Pakistan batted. First of all, they won the toss and they opted to bat on that difficult wicket, because Surya Kumar Yadav said at the toss that if he had won the toss, he would have bowled first. And then the way Pakistan batted, they played rash shots, they were trying to hit 4s and 6s. But if Shaheen Afridi had not played that cameo of 30 odd, then they would have been bowled out for less than 100. And what a superb chase by the Indian team, Deepika, if you say. Abhishek Sharma hitting Shaheen Afridi for 4 in the first ball itself, and then in the second ball itself, hitting Shaheen Afridi for 6, and he's Pakistan's premier bowler. And he was, if Pakistan is not doing well, it's one of the biggest reason is that their fast bowlers are not doing well. We all know Pakistan, they have always trusted their fast bowler Shaheen Shah Afridi. It's high time they need to think about whether he should be part of the team or not. Mohammad Nawaz also dropping that easy catch of Tilak Verma. But yes, what a clinical performance overall by the Indian team in bowling also. Kuldeep Yadav pick of the bowlers. Hardik Pandya taking the wicket in the first legal ball of the match, and then that I think broke the back of Pakistan team, and they never recovered. They never looked like that they were in the game. But yes, Abhishek Sharma, Surya Kumar Yadav, Tilak Verma, Shivam Dubey, all are doing well, and what a commanding, what a great performance by the Indian team. And yes, Surya Kumar Yadav, he said at the post-match press conference also, and at the post-match presentation also, that he wants to dedicate this win to the armed forces, Deepika.
All right, thank you so much, Abhishek, for joining us and getting us the latest straight from Dubai. And that's all for this edition of DD India Live, but do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on the DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms. Scan the QR code on the screen to download it right now. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Deepika, and from all of us here in New Delhi, thank you so much for watching DD India Live. Namaskar.